All right, so back to this, continuing with the game. I'm honestly surprised the game's I presumed the game was basically gonna end, but it really does seem like, us obviously choosing Andrew, and really what would you call it? Like growing a spine and a backbone progresses versus like again, obviously we saw it happen when we did the otherwise, right? Basically just we end up becoming like a shell of ourselves, or like not even really a person. But we unlocked the vision room, right? So I'm very curious kind of how the game is going to progress at this point. Um Again, I mean, obviously we're still gonna like and I do still think there is potential for like one, maybe two more routes after this, specifically if we choose the dark room. So I do think there is something to be said there, but I guess it's again we'll see after we complete like this, So because we're actually gonna like go to sleep, right? So imagine the game just. I was gonna say like, brother, there's got to be a better way to like sleep. There's got to be a better sleeping arrangement here. So I mean, but I am because but 100% we're gonna have to kill that kid. Like that's why I'm like I feel like All right, yeah, now they're arguing, to be fair, he kind of had closure with his ex. Um, so yeah, we are again, that's what I mean. Like the game's continuing. We are still doing shit, right? So it is like, yeah, so I mean, damn, what the fuck? Oh, I guess we have to what the hell was that bottle? Um, I was gonna say I did not mean to click that, but I guess we then what's the point of this bottle? I guess let's just talk with it. Let's see. Okay, well, so then I think the question is that like where we go for the on the right side. Hello? I not part I was gonna say I not really mean to actually do that. Okay, well, we just gotta theoretically just angle all the eyes forward, right? Is that what we're doing? Huh. This one will be facing outwards, right? There we go. Do these mean anything? And this one we push back and we should be able to progress. There we go. So again, right? Oh my God, we're really doing this. Because I not even really mean to go this way. There's one. Hello? Oh, I guess it's just the four then, right? There's two, three, four. Oh yeah, and then we just move these into place. Oh, well, this one I guess is going three up, and then this one's two. There we go. Let's just solve these puzzles and then figure out what we're doing, right? Well, which ones will? That one's good. It's good. Let's see. Well, that one's good. It's good. Then how do we figure out where We supposed to just bring these? Well, wait, what? All right, what the fuck? Huh. Oh, my guess is we're supposed to put all of them in a line. God damn it. I believe then the last one was this one, right? There we go. All right. I have no idea what that did. I guess let's yeah, can't even I have no idea what that did. So I guess we have to go up here then. Hello? What? Oh, I guess we have to click all right, which one are we? Hello? We gotta just find a way. Let me guess. I was gonna say hello. I guess we're only taking one red flower, but yeah, I was gonna say because normally, this game's just red flower simulator. So, so what's on the? Are we supposed to like lure it out using? Supposed to? Hello? What if we ring this? Yes. Damn. So how? What are we supposed to have to offer? Oh, do we put this flower in like the vase or something? Oh, I guess we figured out a way to. I guess we just needed the one. Can we talk with this one? Or you say that as if like, that's supposed to mean anything to us, whatever. So we have one. He just wanted one. So, theoretically we should be good. And what's funny is again, we know Mrs. Graves, we know Renee's soul's in this form, right? So, you know, imagine if this is Renee's soul, the first soul. This happens to be, oh, the warden, well, because we can't tell, right? But thought souls grew murkier. I mean, that's maybe who knows, right? I mean, I feel like damn, yeah, he's like, I'm a stand-up person, so he's just yeah, like pure of heart. Damn rip. So obviously we're gonna do some so we can still go back here, right? I mean, to be fair, we already interacted. And again, this is what so I'm curious about like so what's the purpose of this game at this point? Like what are we doing? Like is this just going to be soul collector, simulator, right? Cuz like I feel like I'm okay, we can this is what I wanted to see. Damn, what the fuck? All right. Okay, so this has to be like a massive puzzle room or something, right? Yeah, this seems like it's like a massive puzzle room or we do like something, you know. It won't open. Okay, there's some sort of code. Exit for now. Let's see. Damn, can't reach it. Is this who the hell is this? So, oh well, we what we probably do is fucking, Bam, damn, too easy, right? I token. Then what does this plant do then? Seems important enough. Well, also, I want to solve this before I do anything else. Is there like any indicator? Oh, I'm stupid. It's on the wall. So left, up, up. There we go. See what's in here before you. All right. Well, damn. That's okay. Interesting. And I'm curious as to why this one is empty. But I mean, and then also we can't go up there. So I guess curiosity, killed the cat, right? So let's just save real quick, right? So I don't know if these are visions or what. Oh, are these flashbacks? I guess these have to be flashbacks then, right? So like getting visions of the past, that's cool. So these are kind of like, I mean, to be fair, we're not in the vision room, right? Maybe these unlock visions in the vision room, but yes, see for now. So, and again, is this hold on, I'm gonna throw my can away real quick. So yeah, again, right? We're like this is honestly more what I want than anything else out of chapter three, right? It's more like backstory on the graves. Like I honestly think, at least from what we see as of now, probably couldn't have asked for anything better to come out of this chapter, right? But obviously there's still some to go. So got your Mr. Surgeon. Damn, what the fuck? Douglas, is that our dad's name? Oh my god. So Douglas and Renee. Oh shit. Douglas Graves, compensation. So compensation for what? I was gonna, bitch, can we get to the point? I don't know what the fuck these people are talking about. They're just like saying shit. Can we get to the point? You know, let's see. Stayed to be examined when instructed. Oh, so is this so this is seemingly in relation to again the whole quarantine thing. So I guess we're getting all that backstory, right? Or whatever, again, or at least something of it. So let's see. So again, this is pretty interesting, right? Because we always like that was kind of like I mean, because the whole demon thing or whatnot, like in the spirit realm, they're kind of developing, right? And we can just assume it's a supernatural thing anyway. So it's like it's its own thing, it's its own fiction in this like canon or universe or whatever. Really kind of the big, I think, thing that wasn't really talked about or discussed or developed is the whole like quarantine thing. What was going on with that, right? I made the COVID joke, but because originally it was thought like, oh, it is a scheme to sell organs, right, and make life insurance payouts, So we just assumed Mr. and Mrs. Graves, basically sold Andrew and Ashley to that for them knowing that they would die, but that they would get whatever life insurance payout, But it's interesting that it seems even they're on kind of the receiving end of at least some of this. And we also do know again it is based off blood type as well, right? So that's why again they're adverse to getting their blood drawn, So, and I guess parasites, Let's see. And again, so that's pretty interesting in terms of because obviously we know they're not the ideal blood type, which would be O, right? They're A or B or whatever, right? Because Andrew, I mean, just because they're A B type, So let's see. The water company, Let's see. Damn it, they just leave. So again, damn, she's like, no, fuck them, Like, need life insurance for your kids, So is an any chance, So again, that's why it's like, because I guarantee this parasite bullshit's like completely made up. It's a question of like what's like, how involved, because it seems like basically again, like obviously Douglas, which we now know his name is, has like some concern for the kids, right? But it seems like again, Renee just doesn't give a fuck, and she's kind of aware basically that because it seems like they're trying to see if they can, put them into the system, right? But again, it's like they're like that's why I'm like this is kind of the thing that needed to get more like developed, you know. Yeah, and again, what he's like woman, and again, that's what I was gonna say, just gonna do the same thing, because again, we know the whole thing burns down. So probably the funny thing is, because we know how their lives end, right? So they were probably thinking, at least Renee, right? Thinking like they kind of were able to, get out of it, right? And then Douglas, kind of a bit like regretful, remorseful, or whatever. So them surviving was kind of, like the big shock or surprise, you know. So yeah, they're giving up their kids, right? So and then I guess I'm curious what about this other one, right? So because we seemingly got, can we also talk with this dude? So this is seemingly, another vision, right? So let's see what so this is seemingly the business side that backstory connection there, right? Soda Man. Because there it's the whole like soda corp or whatever, right? That's been selling their like drinks you know, damn, he's like, yeah, our business is going out of, long-term health consequences. Organ failure, So again, obvious. So what we can see now is the link where it's like, all right, you had the issues with the soda company, right, corporation, and then they linked in with at least this surgeon, right? So I do think the biggest question, is because it seems like the operation is at a lot smaller. The question is, how does it blow up to that scale, right? Because right now it seems like it's a pretty small thing going on. But like, because this is seemingly the origins of that connection and the whole scheme they had going, right? But again, then it's like, how does it blow up, right? So let's see. Yeah, it's like, help, help. All right, what the fuck? All right, good for you, dog. I was gonna say like, your demand far exceeds the supply, So let's see. And then again, this is where they just quarantine them, right? And again, that's why, certain ones have like way greater priority, Yeah, the organ donors die, So cause a bunch of filth, Let's see. Accidents. Yeah, so this is kind of, where it all comes together, right? Deadly delight, you know. Damn, it really cuts off right before we get the name. Toxie soda. That's what it was, right? So that's what I was gonna say, that's where that connection comes in. So let's see. See, Brown Water Co., Toxic Soda, the surgeon, the soda man, We just need to get more visions to see, we need to get more visions to see what's going on, right? So let's see. All right, Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, I was gonna the ritual chamber, brother. You say that as if we're supposed to know what that means. Like, so I guess what's funny is maybe there was an option where we just go back to bed. Like, dude, I thought that was Erica. Okay, I guess we can go this way then. Guess we're doing more puzzles, right? Puzzle simulator. Damn. All right, so how am I supposed to know what goes where? Damn. All right, so what how are we supposed to know where the fuck to push this thing? I have genuinely zero idea. And you can't push it back on top of this, right? So I guess putting it in the middle was well, it's like the problem is we need to make a decision. Do we stay in the demon realm and work with the entity, or do we go back to the real world? I think we stay we need to unlock more visions, right? And to be fair, we have the vision. Damn, they're arguing. So, but I guess we'll kind of see what this ends up, coming down to, right? And does it really matter what well, I guess I was gonna say we're just supposed to take all three of these and then put them in the middle. I mean, maybe you weren't supposed to, I guess to be fair, you know. Damn, all right. I put this here. Let's just see where this takes us, right? So now we can actually go to the ritual chamber. Damn, I was gonna say, damn, he's like, all right, I'm gonna head out. There's brother, you we really needed a second one, but I was gonna say there's no way the demon didn't hear you. Like you're assuming it operates by like human, like laws of the real world where we have like ears that have like, what would you call it, that allow us to hear, like, you know, but like you're just assuming, because you spoke quietly, the demon couldn't hear you, right? Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta be Kami. So can we hello, what are we doing here? Spec the active summoning circle. Well, I mean, wait, what? That's just this, right? We, we really got the demon as part of our party then. Jesus Christ. I was gonna say, hell, this well, we have unidentifiable small object, whatever that means. Um, all right, what the fuck, dude? Damn. So other people are doing this ritual too, you know. So again, right? Yeah, he's like, damn, just get to the point. But so this is, I guess, where the demon actually sees the people who try to summon it. So ours, yeah, I was gonna say we're obviously we know the fucking flowers, but where do we pull them from? It's got to be outside the room, right? Oh, wait, what? Hello? hold on, there was the flower room. Which room was that in? That was in here, right? Yeah, I was gonna say, give me this shit. Can we talk to this guy with the demon with us? All right. Yeah, just give me all these. Damn, damn. Hey, my bad, my bad, my bad. I'll that's my you know. Also, I assume we can't. Damn, we're just in here with I was gonna say we're just in here with what if we take yeah, so unfortunately, yeah, I was gonna say we're just fucking around with the demon. What if we go in here? Let's go in here too, right? Can we go up here finally? Nope. Damn. So, what about yeah, he's like, hey, you're just wasting time. What if we go through here? Okay, we can't. What if we just leave candles? Actually, let's see if what if he wants to play with the RC car? Can we just leave out of here? No, I guess not. So let us because yeah, this should allow us to get to every single one. So, brother. Yeah, hey, Ouija board in the big 25, see. Grime souls, because again, we're the tar soul, right? Andrew's the grime soul. But apparently the what is it? The doctor is who knows, right? So because it's like, we don't fucking know the difference, right? I guess this is like the first like actual distinguish or difference we're getting. But, you know, this is the only one. All right, it's gone. Okay, another one showed up down here, right? Let's see. Because I guess that tech. All right, brother. I was gonna say, freaking. Funny enough, he's an actual cultist, and I guess it is funny because it's like, we are supposed to grant whatever wish, but obviously there needs to be some sort of sacrifice. I mean, this dude is seemingly a cultist, but what's his sacrifice? All right, kill his ass. You know. Let's see. So yeah, it's just basically waiting until you get like a good. Why the? All right, dude. So I was gonna say, yeah, why is it given, what if we I mean, there's nothing I guess it's because it was giving us the option to like do everything else we wanted to. So might as well just check this one because this is, I think, the last one. All right, who is he sacrificing? Brother, you gotta be kidding me. There's no way it's that bad. There is no possible way for fucking sociology too, brother. Just make that shit up. Like there is no way you are that bad to where you need to be like using dark powers. Dude, this has to be such a crazy thing for the perspective of the cultist. He's like, because not only did the summoning work for the demon, but then just some random ass person comes out as well. You know, seven? What the hell? What the fuck? All right. Yeah, the cultist is like, damn, what the hell? Damn, what the fuck? All right, I guess we're talking to, yeah, he's like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect this hit to work. Yeah, this has to be a crazy scene. Hey, dude, it will kill you. Damn, it's like get his ass. Oh, his boyfriend, rip. Damn, we can't even steal his cash. Can we go outside? All right, it's time to leave the human realm. We've officially become, huh, damn. Yeah, low key, I feel like most people would be like, yeah, I got better shit to do. So we got three for the price of one. So I was guess so what last vision? Is this one where he die? Damn, I was gonna say fucking dude like smoke like he sacrifices it for fucking cigarettes. So let's see. And yeah, I mean to be fair, that didn't come to fruition. But so is this actually like where the ending is gonna divulge? Damn. Damn, the demon's like, I can't even. So yeah, we actually go and so, but I'm thinking seemingly what this seemingly entails is that. I think this is probably where this is going to come to an end, or at least, and Lord knows what that door leads to, right? So maybe what I do now is because I'm thinking this might come to an end. Let's go back to the main menu and look through some of these visions, right? And I guess we have damn, he's still playing with the fucking RC car. I mean the stars don't align. Bro's fucking with the RC car. So I'm gonna use the visions, right? Well, what the hell can I like interact with these at all? Nope. They just I want to see before we continue on, I want to see, because maybe that'll influence a man killing a woman. So okay, and this is obviously what we did, as Andrew, right? So oh, so we're actually so this is interesting. So this is because we never got to see this cutscene in chapter one, right? What actually happens where again Andrew like claims he has to kill the lady. So like, but now I guess we'll know, right? So and then again, but she tries to like shoot us, and we just butcher her. Yeah, and then we just butcher her. He's like, damn, that's tough. Yeah, so I was gonna say that literally we did exactly so, but now the big thing is Ashley knows this now, right? She knows that Andrew basically did everything he said he, you know, did, right? Because she's seemingly busting the door right about now. There she is. So again, that's actually pretty interesting. And is it just the same vision? So, and then what is Gray of the present? All right, what is this extremely? Do you reckon there are bullets in this vision? No. What does this mean? The only time we ever fire the weapon in this is when we killed that guy. So what is this, you know? Okay, this is interesting because this was also what put us on the decay route. So, and again, that's what's weird because it's like, what does this mean? So, what does this mean? Because this didn't actually happen, you know? Like, brother, what the hell are we looking at? Episode 2 bullshit, you know? Brother, what the hell are we looking at? So we kill Ashley, right? So let's see. Yeah, and because to be fair, she's probably talking to the doctor. It's like, yeah, why the fuck are they here? You know? And yeah, you know, then they take Andrew, right? Oh, a second hitman, you know. Oh yeah, rip, you know. He's like, damn, at least that's one of them taken care of, you know. Parents live. Honestly, you know, that is like, so what happens if we say yes? Okay, so this, you know, this is whatever. So this is what they mean by, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I love fucking Andrew's face here, you know. Yeah, fucking Andrews. Oh shit. So yeah, let's get to the point, right? Oh, so all right. So this is different, you know. She just kills us, right? Oh, and she kills herself too. All right. Yep. Everyone's dead, you know. So we got like how many endings? So I guess that is kind of funny in terms of like the visions, because obviously those were never, you know, in the main uh because I so that is interesting, right? So again, because that goes all the way back to which I think it was this was the choice where we or I don't know if it's that one or no, I think it is this one. Or no, it's this one. But again, right, you know, but yeah, obviously. So we watched that because I feel like we're coming at an end. Maybe, you know, us going through the but I feel like because we went through that white one, right? Like that's why I'm like, because it seems like the big thing is if you choose and the big choice here is Andy or Andrew. If you choose Andy, you're on like whatever alternate like route where he doesn't grow a spine or a backbone and just ends up your slave. Andrew obviously it seems to, but again, because when we chose Andy, we went through that white room, right? I'm thinking if we go back, choose the black lock and then get to where we were in the present and then choose Andy, that may be another like different end or something. I'm thinking it likely won't be the case for if we just go through normally like we have been. But again, it is just that is something I want to point out. And I'm thinking again, and it's funny because we finally beat Samson and Reborn. You know, that's just a good thing, you know, if you're watching my Reborn series, right? But it seems like we're kind of nearing the end of this, at least part or like route seemingly, because my guess is we're gonna get a choice. Do we, you know, side with the demon or Andrew, right? You know, and kind of what's the one thing I'm curious, how many Steam Achieves do I have for this game? Right? Let me go and see how many Steam Achieves. I got 9 out of 19 achieves. So in I mean the bulk of them were in did I get okay, I got one, two. I've only got 3 achieves since, you know, damn, what the fuck? I was gonna say like none of the players, you know, have like achieves, you know. So, but I guess to be fair, a lot of people probably haven't played this updated version. So, how many more, you know, locked achieves? Unknown summon, summon an unknown entity, little mathematician, did Leyley's homework right. Don't even know where decaying along, survive episode 3. Time capsule. Find time capsule. Splat. Reach the deaths of dead ends. Prophecy. Fulfill. Win it. Tag. All right. Lord knows. Full marks. Get full marks. I feel like we've got that. Shots and such. Reach shots and such. Sister Slaw ran out of Ashley's undetected. Leave the gas stop relatively unnoticed. So that's probably we make some alternate choices. But again, I do think because we will replay through episode 3, right? But going through the black locked door, right? But again, that'll be for a future part. I think for now we'll end this in because it seems like we are coming on in, but who knows, right? But with that, don't really have anything else to say. So yep, that's it for this one. See you in the next.